Well, hello, everyone. Thank you for having me in your classroom today to talk about JA financial literacy. Today's session is going to focus on employment and income. A little about me. My name is Jennifer Rigdon, and I'm a senior business manager at AT&T. I was also in the Air Force Reserves for 10 years as an aircraft mechanic. I've earned a Bachelor of Science in Management degree from Troy University. I've worked for AT&T now for almost 28 years in various roles. But my current role is as a CPMO, which actually stands for Client Program Management Office. So what does a CPMO do? Well, I manage a portfolio of projects anywhere from 120 to 250 per year. I review projects for their economic viability by looking at their cost and the benefit the project will provide to the company, and then I focus on those economic indicators such as NPV, DPP, and IRR. Well, what are those? NPV is a net present value, which is used to analyze the profitability of a projected investment. DPP is the discounted payback period, so how fast will we recover our investment? And the IRR is the annual rate of growth an investment is expected to generate. I use these data points as well as if a project is needed for legal or regulatory reasons, or if a project is a company mandate, or if an application is coming to end of life and must be replaced. All of this helps me to determine which projects should be funded each year. I get a rather large yearly budget that I allocate to specific projects, and I have to monitor the monthly spend, approve or deny changes, as well as make sure I do not overspend my yearly budget. It's actually just like managing my household budget, but on a much larger scale. So when I track monthly spend, I actually produce reports showing how my projects are doing related to cost and delivery dates. I also track and change any change requests related to funding or scope to ensure that we will still meet our budget targets as well as our benefit targets. So time for some Q&A. How do I earn money? Well, I earn money by going to work each day at AT&T. I also earn money on investments that I've made in the stock market, and I even earn a little bit of interest on my banking accounts. My current career plans, well, I actually plan to try to retire from AT&T, which is a strange thing for most younger people, but I plan on retiring with benefits and a pension at the age of 55. I do have a little ways to go yet, but that's my long-term goal right now. So related to training and education, I enjoy learning new things and putting them to use. I will continue to learn new skills between now and retirement, and my focus right now is to become proficient in Power BI. This is an application used to produce dashboards and reports combining multiple data sources into one database. So why are employment, education, income taxes, and benefits important to me? Well, I would have to say for obvious reasons, as I need money to live and employment provides me the opportunity to earn a steady income. Having a job that provides benefit options is also very important to me as I need healthcare coverage. You know, when considering employers, you should consider what they are offering. Look at pay, healthcare benefits, other benefits such as discounted services or deals they offer, and most importantly, retirement options. Some packages become very attractive when you consider all of the benefits that they have to offer. Education is also important to me because the more you learn, the more valuable you become to yourself, your family, your employer, and your community. You can see in the graphic below showing a progression upwards and the pay arrow going up as well. I have had 18 different jobs within AT&T in almost 28 years, and the more skills you require, the more pay you earn, so continue to educate yourself. Learn new skills, attain a higher degree or certifications, and continue your career journey to reach your goals. Taxes are one of those things that we all have to help pitch in to keep this country working, from our national government down to our local community governments, supporting our schools, libraries, police, fire departments, streets, and the list goes on and on and on. So now it's your turn. You can pause the video and discuss the following questions to class. How do you earn money? How do you think your education is preparing you for future careers? And why is it important to think about your financial needs? So I'll give you a few minutes. Have fun discussions. See you here in a minute. Oh, okay, you're back. So now I wanted to share my career story with you. So I actually applied for a shipping and receiving job in the regional distribution center where I actually got to drive a forklift, load and unload semi-trailers, put stock away, pick stock to fulfill orders, and it was a lot of fun at 20 years old. I was quickly promoted to inventory control, though, based on my performance, and became responsible for all inventory within a 5-state region and hundreds of trucks. I wanted to learn something new, so based on my interest, I applied for a software product application specialist job where I learned how to program PBXs. A PBX is a phone switch, and I programmed that based on customer requirements. This job actually morphed into a traffic engineering job where I evaluated traffic on private networks and made recommendations to customers to either enhance or slim down their network based on activity. My boss actually noticed my leadership qualities and moved me to an area manager role where I started with one team of direct reports and quickly grew into 3 teams. After a while, I wanted to move into a different part of the business to again learn something new. So I moved into program management, managing national programs. I then moved into mergers and acquisitions because someone recommended me for a job based on my Excel and my database skills. I was then asked to lead a contingency planning team due to my programming management skills, and later moved into divestitures because I demonstrated great organizational skills. I was then asked to move into finance because of my financial knowledge and Excel skills. There were other jobs between these, but the key point here is that I demonstrated my abilities, continued to build my skills, and grow my network. And I plan to continue to do that through my retirement. There's a key there. One of my favorite things about AT&T is that they encourage employees to be engaged in their communities, which obviously allows me to be here with you today. So my goals, a little bit about my goals. If you couldn't tell by my career journey, I love to set goals for myself. A few goals that I'm very proud of and that were actually pretty hard for me to attain are, well, I bought my first car at the age of 20. I bought my first house as a single woman at the age of 26 with absolutely no help from anyone else. I completed my bachelor's degree at the age of 36, and then I started traveling internationally at the age of 19. This actually began with the Air Force, but I always happened to build in sightseeing into my tours, and it actually spurred my love of travel, which I continue today. I still have a long list of countries I want to visit, but I've visited 45 of the 50 states, so I've got to work on the last 5. So now you're probably wondering how I actually accomplished some of those goals at such a young age. Well, I set a plan for how I could achieve each goal, and they did all require money. So I also set a budget and determined how long it would take to save the money I needed. This took real discipline, and as I was young and wanted to do so much, each purchase I made was a struggle, as I had to ask myself, was this truly a want or was it a need? I began to realize that I wanted a lot of things, but really only needed a few. So I held myself accountable by doing monthly reviews of my progress and adjusted along the way as needed. But when I finally achieved a goal, it was so sweet and so rewarding as I knew I worked really hard to attain them. Some of my goals have changed as time marches on, but that's okay as I have new goals to replace them with. Goal number 1, retirement. So anyway, what does all that equate to? The best advice I can give you is to set a goal. Dream big. The sky is the limit, so reach for the stars. Create a plan. Research what is needed for you to achieve your goal. Without a plan, your goal is simply a dream. Execute your plan. Just like a path, you need to take one step at a time. You may struggle at times, but just keep putting one foot in front of the other, and you will cross that finish line and achieve your goal. So use the formula: set plus plan plus execute equals achieve. Repeat. Do it over and over again. There's also some useful resources to help you get started, which can be found on www.jamyway.com. Best of luck in your goal setting, which should include education, employment, income, and happiness. See you guys next time.